And we're live. We've got Tosin in the building. First things first, chat.
Bro.
Tosin, apologies for the lateness. You know, Lee Judges, obviously, he got a bit messed up about at AFTV and it just went a bit mad. So, yeah, this is my bad. I'll pay my late fine like Aubameyang people. You say, my boy?
I'm all good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. You see us winning games. You see us dealing with Atletico Madrid. I watched your fan cam on AFTV and I think you summed up everything. The first thing I'm going to ask you, yeah, like, I know it's October and it's early in the season and game by game and all of those kind of things. But are you starting to dream about the Prem, the champs? Like, is it gone beyond just one trophy to maybe even a double?
Bro, I'm starting to believe. I'm not gonna
It's a
lie.
madness.
I'm starting to believe because I said it when I was on the stream at AFTV. I got asked, okay, cool. So what are you expecting? Like, what do you make of this Atletico match? And I said, look, this Atletico match, I've looked to 2 games prior to the Atletico match to tell me where this Arsenal team really are at. I said, okay, cool. Liverpool will help me see where the team is at. I didn't like the mentality. I didn't like the approach. Man City at home will tell me where the team is at. I didn't like the mentality. I didn't like the approach initially. I liked what I saw in the second half.
Only like the second half in that, yeah.
So I said, okay, cool. You know what? Atletico are a good team. It's number 1 is Simeone. Number 2, this is a team that hammered their rivals 5-2 before the international break. Number 3, they're in, like, every sort of Spanish pundit was saying, look, this is not going to be an easy game for Arsenal. Atletico were probably what people were saying were coming into their groove, right? Alvarez, all of that good stuff. So I said, okay, cool. I want to see how Arsenal do against this type of team. A team that's actually not just in good form, have one of the best players in their league, and are a quality team with a good manager. Let me see what they do.
Facts.
And the way we dealt with them, wow. That made me think, raw. Man City have come to the Emirates, they've had to show respect. Atletico have come to the Emirates, they've had to show respect.
Simeone looked like he wanted to cry, man.
Bro, Liverpool Liverpool at Anfield, even the way they played, the way they set up, had to show us respect. So I'm just like, raw, like, this is what we're doing. 4-0 without Erdegaard, without Ben White
taking the day off as well, really.
Without Noni, who was probably one of the key players at the start of the season. Bruh, like, you can't call me an idiot for wanting to believe that this team can do something. So I believe they can win the Prem and the Champions League. I think.
Do you really rate the champ? Do you really think we can win the champs? Though I know we got
100. Arsenal. I've been saying it for the past 2 seasons. Watch our performances since we got back to the Champions League. How many bad performances?
Year in, year out.
How many bad performances have Arsenal actually had in the Champions League? I think about. I'm talking performances. Probably I can count them. The PSG at home was disappointing, right?
Yeah, lackadaisical. Yeah.
PSG away from home, I actually thought we played a lot better than we did at home. We could have taken our chances. Yeah, the PSG hit us in the break, all that sort of good stuff. Also, as well, Bayern Munich away from home, 23-24 season. But at home, we were naive. We were naive at home because on another day, if we take all of our chances and we just slow things down, bro, we could have beaten Roma. And then last season, you saw what we did despite our injuries. So why can't Arsenal win the Champions League? We reached the quarters, our first season back in it after ages. Last season, we reached the semis despite playing Kivio centre-back at the Bernabeu and Marino up top.
And as talented as Miles Lewis-Skelly is, at that point, you're a teenager. You still are a teenager, but you're a teenager, still a bit wet between the ears.
Exactly. So why am I a fool for thinking that this team that added more meat to the bones, squad beefed up, why am I an idiot for thinking that this team can actually go one step further, reach the final and win it? Of course they can.
But then you look at the I don't disagree, but like there's Barca there's PSG. Obviously, historically, Real Madrid, I don't know for them under Xabi Alonso, but like there's some big teams there, you know. Do you still believe that?
There are, but I said it last season, and I'm sticking to my guns. If Arsenal play Barcelona, we will hammer them. We will hammer them. I said it last season. The team I do not want to face, the team I absolutely don't want to face, this was last season, in a final if we get past PSG is Inter. I didn't want to face them because they're organized, they're disciplined, they got that dog in them. Barcelona play with a crazy high line. Yeah, they're beautiful to watch. They got offensive power, but you can beat Barcelona. Are very, very gettable, super gettable. I'm looking at the Champions League now, and I'm looking at sizing up these teams. Who can beat Arsenal? Who can actually probably PSG?
Yeah, I'm scared of PSG. I won't lie.
PSG. That's the match I think. Okay, raw. Even now, Real Madrid with Alonso, I still back us. I backed us last season because we're just a much more organized team. We're a well-oiled team. Arsenal, the team, the machine. It's very, very difficult to destabilize that unit in Europe. Very, very difficult. Now, if we can add the offensive play, then boy. So, yeah, I think probably
you're selling it to me.
Yeah, PSG and probably Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are moving mad, but again,
Carl, I'm not scared of Bayern, you know.
But again, why should I be scared of Bayern Munich?
Like, out of all the big teams, you know, like at the beginning of the Champions League, like everybody everyone who doesn't support the traditional favorites, they will say, oh yeah, I want Arsenal, I want Chelsea, I want if you support Liverpool. And then naturally, people are going to say Barca, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Paris Saint-Germain. Out of all them kind of teams, I'm not scared of Bayern. Obviously, they've got Harry Kane, they've got Elise. I just think that you can get at them. Barca, 100%. I'm sure. PSG, I don't want to play them. But if you want to win a tournament like this, you have to. And to be fair, yeah, as you was obviously painting the reasons, yeah, you painted a picture and it made me think, Raj, you know what, the first leg, maybe if Partey's not suspended or we have somebody levels, we're not moving Marino and Rice around and then it's looking mad. Exactly. The second leg, what you spoke about PSG, I think it was courageous. I just think in the second half, they were just better than us. And obviously we effed up for the goal they conceded. But I also remember the first 10, 15, I was thinking, like if you had your Gyökeres then or your talisman then, you nick a goal, it changes the game on its head. So if it's almost like a carbon copy and obviously we right the wrongs, we're in a final and we're laughing. Would you rather the Prem or the Champs?
The Prem.
Oh, the Champs. That we ain't won.
Yeah, I know we've never won it, but the Prem is bread and butter.
So obviously the Prem right now, the Champs. You're going Prem.
The Prem, man. The Prem. Like that's the bread and butter. I want that, man. Arsenal are one of the biggest clubs in England. And it's annoying that the likes of Chelsea, okay, cool. European trophy, I kind of see that as an addition to build on domestic dominance. I want that domestic dominance.
I hear that.
So, yeah, it's a tough one, but I mean, I pick the Prem. I want that Prem, man. This team needs to win something. 3 years back-to-back runners up. If you're offering me Prem or Champions League right now, I'm taking the Prem. Because I know we can win the Champions League, man. We can win that.
I want the chance because we haven't done it. And like you said, like I've seen teams that, you know, in my 30 years, Chelsea, they weren't really anyone. Obviously, they got money. They went and won it twice. Man City, that never used to be a big game. They've gone and won it. It's very different, but PSG have gone and won it. Like, I just think we deserve that. I think we deserve that. And I guess I'm projecting because my wounds are still kind of fresh from 2006. But then I look at what you said and you're right. Like, we finished second 3 times on the spin. I do think you need to kind of bully your own league before you start doing all of that stuff in Europe. I do think we're more likely to win the Prem than the Champs. And it's a good question because some people sit there and say, you know what, we're a cup team, and not a cup team, but it's a cup competition. Anything can happen on the day. I just think people respect, not that they don't respect us in Europe, but people kind of respect us in the Prem. They kind of know how we're kind of playing. We're kind of battle hardened. We've walked this path before, and there's 38 games versus however many in the Champs. Sorry, so I don't know, man. I want to get into some individual performances. Yeah, like the last time I had you on the platform, me and you were waxing lyrical about Eze. Now, for me, I don't think Eze's been playing bad. I really don't. But we've been saying play him in the 10 or the guard's injured, this thing and that thing. I'm still not seeing the Crystal Palace Eze. Granted, he's adapting, he's learning things, but why is it not quite happening? I think he started very well against Atletico, and then it just kind of went down the toilet, really.
Yeah, he faded. I would agree. He's been average. And I thought he had a good first half against Atletico. I think he just faded second half. Yeah. But I think I don't know if Eze, and obviously against Fulham, he was a non-entity. I didn't think he played well against Fulham. But I think it's different. It's normal, man. It's normal. Like, how can I put it? I think we're far too impatient nowadays. I think, like, bro, like, far too impatient. Like, the guy, everything was going through him at Crystal Palace. He was by far and away the best player there. At Arsenal, he is a very good player, but he's one of many very good players.
Yeah.
So, boy, now he's having. Whereas Palace before, people are always looking for him. Every time it's okay, how can we get the ball as quickly as possible? Let me play it into Gyökeres. Let me play it into Mateta. Right? That was him. That was his bread and butter. Now at Arsenal, now I agree this comment. He's not the focal point. So what does it? That means he's got to earn respect of the other players. Like, yo, give me the ball. I can do something with it.
I wanted to see him do that at Fulham.
Yeah, I wanted that, but he didn't. You know who did that? The guy that everyone trusts. You know who did that? The guy that everyone is happy to get the Bukayo Saka. So that's what Eze's got to do now, and there's no shame in that. He's got to work his way. We know he's a good player. We know he's going to come good. I'm happy to give him the time.
Facts.
He's going to come good, And plus, what a lot of people
and he's not playing terribly.
He's not playing terribly, but what a lot of people aren't deep in is Arsenal still have not clicked.
I was going to ask you about this,
people
but
keep
go
talking
ahead,
about,
man.
oh, Liverpool. Yeah, it's true. Liverpool are going to click. I know they will. They got too many quality players for them.
See, chat, it's not just me saying this, but Tosin, take it away, man.
And Slot is a good manager. So for a fact, they will click. But Arsenal have not clicked. Like, people are not actually deep in that. We've not clicked offensively. Like, if you look at the team, the relationships that the players need from an offensive point of view, they're still not there yet. You still see it in games. Sometimes the team goes really direct, and when we do, we get some joy out of Gyökeres, and then they just stop doing that. And then they do this recycle side-to-side stuff. You saw against Atletico. You started seeing nice triangles between Eze, Timber, and Saka. What's that called? A relationship.
And Timber and Saka are just bedding in that, really, because previously it was White.
Look at Eze. At the start of the season, he played on the left, trying to build a relationship with Declan Rice and Calafiori. Now he's playing in the middle, trying to get that understanding of Gyökeres. Now he's kind of playing in the middle where he's drifting towards the
Rice and Zubi are still learning.
Exactly. Like, the team's not clicked. So I'm happy to let Eze figure things out. It's the same thing. We just need to figure things out. That's why I think, I know you didn't ask me about him, but that's why I think some of the criticism about Gyökeres, it's justified. 9 games without a goal until Wednesday, but it's stupid. It's like you can clearly see the team is still trying to develop.
Yeah, but you know how agendas run, man, and how football commentary is, bro.
Yeah, Eze just needs time, man. He just needs time. I'm happy. And the good thing is, Ødegaard is injured. He's going to get lots of minutes. People are saying, oh, he's not playing too well. Bring in Ethan. No. Play him. Play Eze. Play through that so you can build the relationships, get a better understanding. I know it's going to come good.
Being devil's advocate, though, because I do agree with you. I think, and this is why last time you were saying, I said, like, I was critical on Arsenal's attacking football last season, pre-season, up until the Newcastle game. From Newcastle to now, we're still not clicked, as you said. It's still not perfect. But like you said, like, if you've got eyes, you'd be an idiot to suggest different things. You are seeing different triangles, different ways of playing, mixing it up. We're going long. Sometimes we're going left. We're going down the left. We're going down the right. What Timber's bringing with Saka, let alone Timber and Calafiori, I think people don't give Arteta his credit because our fullbacks are becoming our somewhat secret weapon. I think when you look at the touches in the up box, we're getting a lot more shots off. We're getting a lot more touches, but it's still not there. But being devil's advocate, though, as much as I believe that, and like I said, like you said as well, the Gyökeres stuff, as much as I believe that, though, bro, I still feel like if you put a gun to my head, then we've done well in this, and we're in October. Saka ain't got goals in the last 2 games, but he's the one I'm going to bet on. And if I look at it, Martinelli and Trossard, relative, they're probably our best performing attackers, excluding Bukayo. So it's like, it's not that man are playing bad, but I just don't. And I was talking with Harry about this. I like Madueke. I just don't know if you're going to get goals. I like Eze. I just don't know if you're going to get goals. I think the performances will be there. I like Gyökeres. I don't know if you're going to get me my 15, 20. Trossard and Martinelli, how long is this going to maintain? So it's like, as much as I agree with what you're saying, clearly, being devil's advocate, is it a worry, though? Because surely you can only look what's in front of you as well.
Nah, not a worry to me at all. I've seen enough from Eze to see what he brings to this team. We
Fair.
forget, obviously, it was a deflected effort, but look at that chance he has in the first half. That's what Eze brings. That's what he brings. Look at his good moments. That first half, even Gyökeres' goal, the assist for Gyökeres against Nottingham Forest, Newcastle. Eze is a direct player. He's a direct player. Once he gets the ball, it's always, okay, how can I get a shot off? How can I play someone in? So I think he it's purely an understanding thing. Understanding, okay, runs. Like look at Lewis Skelly.
Boss.
Look at that move he did for Martinelli's goal. We saw that exact same thing, literally carbon copy, exact same thing against who? PSG last season.
I was hoping you wasn't going to say that, you know.
PSG last season. And
PTSD
Martinelli did against Atletico what he should have done against PSG. First time, don't even take a touch and give a big guy like Donnarumma a chance. Anyway, that's in the past. But Lewis Skelly knew, I'm gonna do this dribble. Martinelli's gonna be there. He knew that. He knew that. Same way when he did that dribble this week, he knew. Even before, even as he set off, you saw Martinelli hand up.
He was getting very frustrated in that game because he wanted the ball a lot quicker.
Acres of space. Lewis, MLS is like, bro, I know you're there. You will get the ball. Eze just needs to figure that out. He just needs time. I'm not concerned at all. He's going to come good. And the fact, I don't even think he's been bad. I think he's been just above average, but I just want to see a bit more. I want to see a bit more. I want him to impose himself more in games as well. So it's like, and you forget, it's like fine margins, little moments. There's like certain assists, passes, certain little instances that Eze could have, and we could be talking about more goals. He hit the bar against Atletico. What does that do for his confidence if it goes in? Saka has the opportunity when he's bearing down on goal, and the keeper Oblak does actually really well to come out.
So if Pope doesn't have the game he has against for Newcastle, age your point.
So yeah, I think Eze is he's only gonna grow, he's only gonna improve. I'm happy with it. For me, I just want to see him play a lot more games, a lot more minutes. Especially now that Odegaard isn't playing, let him understand what it takes to be that type of 10. Also, off the ball work. I know Crystal Palace do off the ball work as well. I know they're not a lazy team. Glasner sets them up well, but one of the reasons why Arteta kept playing Odegaard last season, despite everyone clamoring for Ethan when Odegaard came back and he was out of form, is what Odegaard offers you off the ball. So Eze's also got to learn that as well. This type of Gegen 10 and creative. Eze's got to learn all these things, and it's fine. So he just needs time for that. He's going to come.
Exactly. But what did you say at the start? Which, as much as I've agreed with everything you're saying, yeah, you said the realest thing in that nobody gets time in the Prem. It's nothing to do with necessarily Arsenal, even with the stuff and the players they got there at Liverpool. But I don't want people to misunderstand what Tosin and myself have said in that it's not been average. He's just been calm. But we want Eze, you fitted in. It's now time to stand out. But again, cool. The system is difficult. I think you can control the variables you can control, which, like you said, impose yourself. For me, the main thing with you, Eze, and I said this to you last time you was here with Eze and Madueke, I just need you lot to get goals. All the other stuff is kind of minor for me. I'm seeing improvements. It's just Eze maybe spend half an hour doing some shooting practice. Maybe it's a bit unlucky, but it's just not kind of coming off in that regards. You mentioned Martinelli. Why do you think Martinelli is at his best when he doesn't have to think? Because a lot of his finishes, like, I'm not going to say he hasn't had time to think, but, Bilbao on the counter-attack, Lewis Skelly assists, like you said, the Eze assists actually for Manchester City. It's like, you've got to see it do it. You've got a split second. Like, why is he so much better when he doesn't have to think?
That's just the type of player he is, man. He's just a very direct player. And this is why, bro, I've been screaming this for the past 2 seasons. Obviously, Arsenal fans criticize him, but I will ride on this for as long as I need to. He is not a winger. The guy is not a winger. He's a forward. He's an inside forward. He is not a winger. You get the best out of Martinelli when you're just getting balls to him. When, bro, you just stay in the box, you're going to get the ball. Stay there.
You've got Gyökeres occupying, and you're seeing Saka getting more isolated as well.
He's just that type of player, man. He's the type of player, and that's the thing. I think I was saying it on the stream. I think Arsenal fans sometimes, I think football fans in general, we get delusional. It's like
100%.
How can I describe it? It's like, you know what you're dealing with. Same way, if I go to McDonald's, I know it's McDonald's. I'm not going to go to McDonald's and complain that it's not Burger King. If it's not Burger King, if I want Burger King, I need to leave McDonald's and go to Burger King. Why am I going to stay in McDonald's every day? Why is this not Burger King? Why is this not Burger King? It's so stupid. Same way with Martinelli. I'm not even going to pan him too tough because I know you're not a touchline winger. I know you're a guy that does well when you got space to run into. So that's on the manager trying to put square pegs in round holes. That's on the manager.
I hear that. Maybe that's why he's persisting with Trossard, even though, big up Trossard.
I think so. I generally think so. Purely because that we can bring in a Martinelli as a bench option and whatnot. But he's much better when you allow him to be very direct. Look at Haaland and Man City. Now, Haaland is just a freak of nature. The guy is just so good. So good that even when he kind of had to adapt to the way City played in his quote-unquote not as good season, when he got that unfair criticism last season of League Two striker, man still bagging over 20
in
goals.
that Community Shield in his debut year as well.
Yeah. Still won the treble in his first year.
And then look, yeah, exactly.
Goals, 96 goals, I think, in 105 Premier League appearances. But look at him this season. After 3 seasons, City are playing to his strengths. So now he has even less touches, but his movement in the box is crazy. Like, how does a guy like him, how is someone as big as he is, as noticeable as he is, as many goals as he, when you watch his goals and he gets them, how is it that he's unmarked? It's his movement, bro. The team they're playing to his strengths.
It's inevitable,
it's
man.
The same thing with Martinelli. These types of guys. Arteta's, I think this is the next evolution. You've got to learn how to get the best out of your attackers instead of ensuring that your attackers get the best out of your system. You've got to find that balance, if that makes sense.
That is facts. That is facts. Fucking hell. Like, yeah, hey, Tosin, bloody hell, mate. Like, you're bang on the money with that. But this is why I feel, big up Berta, and definitely big up Berta because of what we saw against Atletico. It's nice to see him beat his former club. This is why, as much as I love what we did in the summer in terms of 8 players, I will die on it should have been 9. I will die on that. We should have got a left winger. We should have got the Semenyo. I'm waiting. My thing is, I'm waiting on Gabriel Jesus, who's apparently spoken as well. I need to see what Jesus can purely do left wing, but yeah, man, I think you're bang on the money with Martinelli. The issue is that, Arteta's a stubborn man. He's going to do what he's going to do. But you know what? Like you said, we haven't clicked. If we can do what needs to be done, we're laughing. I want to ask you about Rice, purely at set pieces. Is he the best in the world at that?
Beckham, of course he is. Of course he is.
I said Beckham. Fact.
You've not seen a guy this just trusted on set pieces since Beckham. You've not. Probably, arguably, the only people that come to mind are the likes of Juninho, but he's more direct set pieces. I'm just talking.
Yeah, that's on edge of the area. I'm smashing this in. You can't stop me.
I'd love to say Ward-Prowse, but number one, he's an inconsistent player. He fades. He's the direct set, but I'm talking about like every corners, bro.
Every sort of dead ball
on a sixpence every time.
It's like Johnny Wilkinson, really,
bro. He's just. Yeah, he's gone, man. He's Declan Beckham. That's what let's just
I'll call him Declan. Let's just not call him Beckham's good, man. Do you think Gabriel Magalhaes is best centre half in the world at the moment?
It's tough.
And if he's not, who is?
I can't think of any better than him right now, to be honest.
That's why I asked Lee this. I couldn't answer it.
I've been giving respect to Virgil. I've been saying Virgil since last. I've been saying Virgil.
Yeah, but that's a historic team for Virgil.
But Virgil, the guard's changing. He's still a top centre back. But who would I rather have? Gabriel. Who would I rather have? Gabriel or Rudiger? Gabriel or Huijsen? Gabriel or Kubasi or all of these. Gabriel or Upamecano? Gabriel. Gabriel or Van de Ven or Romero, Gabriel.
100%. Your brother would be happy with that, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, you'd argue against saying that he's the best right now, because not just that he loves to defend, that he's so aggressive as a defender, and he's a great leader, an organizer of the back.
He's a bloody good goal scorer as well for them dead
his
balls.
Goal scoring is just crazy, man. Like, it's mental.
I still think, unpopular opinion, Gabriel's been good. But unpopular opinion, I think some minor moments this season have been a bit shaky defensively. The Haaland goal for City, his isolated role, he weren't alone. A couple misplaced pass, which everybody did against Newcastle. There's been a couple I've looked, despite the fact we're barely conceding. I'm like, Gabriel, like, wake up a tiny bit. But I think that's more because you've set your standards up here, innit? So I'm going to nitpick and try and fine tune, because ultimately you're going to die by the high standards you've set in it. So yeah.
I think it's that. And plus, that was actually a big feature of his game before, right? In terms of that shakiness, right? But
Bozo gene.
And it's funny because I watched a video about Ferdinand saying, maybe it was last year, Ferdinand actually was openly criticizing it. And then he said Gabriel DM'd him saying, why are you talking that way? However, after that, you could see that Gabriel actually kind of cut this stuff out of his game. So I think I've started to see it kind of creep up a bit. But I personally think one of the reasons is, look at Gabriel's passing. His passing as a like you thought Saliba, but Gabriel's passing the past season, he's trying a lot more passes.
I've
He's
told
trying
man
a lot
this.
more. He's trying a lot, and he's not just trying. He's doing a lot more pings, a lot more line breakers.
He's got that. It's just that he's not sexy when it comes to that stuff. Like the Van Dijks and Salibas, they're like the prototypes. Gabriel can do maybe not to their level, maybe better, maybe worse, but he's got that in his locker.
Bro, he's got it. He's been doing it. I've seen some crazy passes. So I think there's also a bit of that as well. He's trying a bit more. And sometimes, guess what? You're gonna when you do that, you'll lose possession sometimes. It happens to the best of us. So I don't really mind.
I mean, when you're doing, like you said, it's the modern day, innit? Like everything's a trade-off. If we've got Miles Lewis-Skelly or more so at the moment, Calafiori, if they're gallivanting all around the field, obviously the advantage is you can help us get goals, but you might get caught. We've got a high line like Barcelona's. You might get caught. It's everything's a trade-off and everything's relative. You got a ball playing keeper in David Raya. There's going to be times he's going to drop a clanger. He got away with it against Atletico Madrid. And then obviously, when I think of David Raya, I think his worst game he's ever played for Arsenal is probably Luton away. But in terms of a clanger, do you remember the North London derby where we blitzed him? I think Rice gave away a penalty. I think David Rice had to play Partey and he's been caught. Them things are going to happen. This is football. That's going to happen on occasion this season. But football's about percentages and averages and all that kind of stuff, man. In my opinion,
even look at Raya against Atletico. How many times has he done that? And it's been it's come off.
My heart did sink though when he done that.
Yeah, my heart did sink as well. But you look at some of the passing, some of Raya's passing, it's just like what?
Some midfielders ain't got that range.
How well he's been setting us off to suit the more direct attacking play we've had this season. Bro, some of his passing has been unbelievable. But then you're going to get moments where he tries that pass to get intercepted. This is football. I think people got to stop expecting perfection. You know, when we play football, it's like these are human beings.
Too much of a FIFA thing, man.
Sorry,
it's too much of a FIFA thing, like a FIFA thing.
Yeah, bro. They just expect them robots. So you're gonna do
it does not work like that. Strikers miss chances. People concede goals, bro.
Bro, exactly. Even the best of defense, even you're gonna have these moments, bro. Like just appreciate a player for what he does as an overall body of work, not just one game. Come on, man.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And, you know, Rob, to answer this in short, there's obviously, I've made peace with the anti-Arsenal agendas. Everything we do is people talk nonsense about. Jamie Carragher talks a lot of nonsense about our set pieces. I bet he was happy for Liverpool. Arne Slot, I've seen your comments. There's no point talking about it. And everybody
funny, right?
Like corners are. Go on.
No, it's so funny. After all that set piece comments, 2 set pieces he scores.
Exactly. I can't lie. I think Slot's losing the plot a bit, you know. I think I get that he's stressed, but he's starting to say some bewildering things like the ball's not in the air, so we can't press. Everybody's scoring from set pieces. I understand it. I would be under stress, but he's coming up with some bewildering statements. Now, maybe I'm taking a lot of it out of context, but it's just moving a bit mad. But I'm used to that anti-Arsenal stuff. People move like we invented set pieces. If you don't like us scoring set pieces, do something about it or don't give it to us. And we have to go from our end to that end. Do I think we're the best defensive team in Europe? Potentially. Or the best defensive ethos? Potentially. Do I think we're the best attacking team? No, I sure as hell don't. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'd love to have both. I'd love to mention my attack in that realm, but you have to go from one end to the other to get these corners. But they're always gonna say that. So fans, Arsenal fans, we need to learn. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's right. We need to ignore these people that are disingenuous, because I bet you any money, you speak to Jamie Carragher, I don't know about Jamie O'Hara, but you speak to these guys, people away from the camera, away from them doing engagement farming, they would have very different opinions. And until we stop reacting to it, they're going to keep doing stuff. But I've mentioned Jamie O'Hara, yeah. Obviously, let's move this on to Liverpool.
He's just a gas man. He just says
he's a gas bag, bro. Shame. And again, I'm just an armchair expert. You played for Liverpool, won the Champions League, played for your country, played in the Premier League. You've got more of a say than myself. But you talk like you was Cannavaro and Rio and this one and that. There's bare centre-backs in the modern day that we won't remember 10, 12 years from now that were better than you. I just think have a bit of humility, have a bit of common sense, have a bit of balance. And I know he's shameless for a fact, bro, because the way he speaks on Sky Sports and the way he speaks on CBS is very different. So I know for a fact you must be getting briefed to say nonsense, but I don't even want to worry about them. I mentioned Jamie Carragher. Obviously, he's a Liverpool born and bred kind of man through the academy. What are you saying for Liverpool and City?
I think Arsenal will pick both to the league. But I think City will be there. I think we've got a better squad than Man City. I think we got a more complete team than Man City, which is crazy when you think about it. I was playing FIFA
Mad to say,
yesterday,
yeah, crazy to
and I
say.
was like, and I was looking at City squad. I'm like, they still got a good squad though. Like,
On
I
paper.
mean, but it's just on paper, but it's just performance-wise. I think a lot of them have fallen off. But so City are a good team. They'll be there. But I think Arsenal have a lot more. The thing about Arsenal and the difference that I've seen from Arsenal and Liverpool and City is that Arsenal can hurt teams in many different ways. Many different ways. But whereas when I look at Man City, if Haaland gets injured, it's curtains. And even when Haaland plays, they're trying this more direct thing. But teams, the City are still gettable. I mean,
Everton
Everton,
competed, Brentford competed. Obviously, they
yeah,
won, but both teams should
City
feel they
is
could have
still
got something.
gettable. Like I'm looking at Haaland's goals. I'm like, okay, whoa, like the guy's a beast. Like a guy like him, you got every chance of winning football matches with a guy like him. But I look at City, the issues in transition, they're still there. They're still there. Like it just needs a team to actually play against their weaknesses. And I think
Got a
Liverpool,
sick goalie and a sick striker.
yeah, and I think Liverpool, man, it's funny. I said it and I got panned at the start of the season. I said Liverpool signing Isak doesn't guarantee them the league. Like the thing that would have made me scared of Liverpool is if they bought Isak and they bought Gerhi. If they bought him, I was just like, okay, rah, here you go. Here's the league. But I think what we're finding now is that not just not signing him is a blow, but also I don't think Slot knows what to do. I don't think he knows his best 11. I don't think he knows. And I think that's really,
There's too
really
much food in the cupboard now. He's got too much things to do now.
yeah. And he's panicking a bit, like he's trying to think, and he's got a problem because he's got a lot of players that are out of form. I don't think this may be early on me saying it, but I don't think Kirkes and Frimpong, what you need Liverpool fullbacks to do, I don't think they can do it per se.
Especially Frimpong, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think
He's
he's
worse
more
defensively than Trent. Obviously, Trent will give you a lot creativity wise. I don't feel, obviously, I'm not saying sign another creative right back, but Trent was kind of one of the guys for that. And I don't feel they found a way to mitigate against that, whether that was, okay, my left back go and do that, or I'm going to make this centre mid a bit more of a creative hub. And I mean, it probably didn't expect Liverpool to end up like how they are at the moment, even though I think people are exaggerating and they're still going to be up there. But it was always kind of expected, innit? Last season, Slot had to kind of work with what he had. Like, I'm not going to be rude to Slot. Obviously, it was a Klopp team, but he's obviously found his own little chinks and changed things in his own way. Now, this is his Liverpool team, innit? Like, Salah's there. He's not going to be there forever. Like you mentioned, they brought Isak. They got Ikatike. Failed to bring a centre-half. But that's where it is for me in that I said, like, I'm different to you. I'll hold my hands up in it. I said Liverpool are the favourites in it, and I still don't even think Isak is a factor. Of course, you bring in a man like that, it's gonna give you, more reason to believe you're gonna win the league. I just felt that it's them in it really, and I still kind of think that. But I feel everybody, us, Liverpool and City, we've all kind of got positives and negatives. The positives for us, and it sounds mad because we brought 8 players in, is that we are hungry and that, everything's kind of been kept the same. Minor little changes and tweaks, but everything's kept the same. Liverpool obviously had widespread changes. I agree with everything you said about City. The only thing I will give City and Liverpool beyond the obvious in that they've won it and done it. Salah dragged them last year. Haaland's dragging them, bro. We ain't got that.
Yeah, that's why I put them. That's why for me, I said at the start of the season, on paper, Arsenal should win it, but purely because these guys have won it before, it's like, okay, cool. They just know. I think that type of experience is so key from February onwards.
The crunch time.
That crunch time, okay, cool. We're being chased. But then again, I think City know that. Liverpool, the league was pretty much done by February, and then in COVID, it was pretty much done early. I think that's the only reason why I put Liverpool at the start of the season above Arsenal, because what people forget, all of this, Liverpool still got the same spine. Alisson's still there. Van Dijk is still there. Gravenberch is still there. Salah's still there. Right?
And it will click for Salah. People are doing too much.
Yeah, and he's a class player. Form is temporary, class is permanent. He will click.
Facts.
Right? But I think teams have found out how to play against Liverpool. They're very poor defensively. And the thing is, I was saying this at the start. I was saying this towards the end of last season. Like, I was so disappointed in Arsenal because I didn't think Liverpool were that. I thought they were amazing first half.
We
Second half
handed
of the
them the
season,
Premier League, man.
second half
Take
of the
nothing away
season,
from them.
I didn't think they were good. They were basic. There were multiple number of teams that racked up more points on a winning run than they did. Multiple,
Well, 'cause they
right?
were
So,
drunk for half the season. We didn't even
bro,
challenge.
exactly. Partying in Ibiza, all that sort of stuff.
It is what
The
it is,
season
though.
was done. Arsenal just gave it to him. So I think this season, especially from what I've seen about Arsenal so far, I think we got to take this. This is no time to be nice. Snatch these guys' chains ASAP. Grab it.
And that's the thing, yeah. See, I can't lie, yeah. If we don't, do you know what? What I'm about to say is probably hypocritical because I've said this in the last 3 years, yeah, based on the realm we've kind of been in. But like we've both been talking about for what 36 minutes, you know, the manager, what we're doing on the pitch, our form, our players, the depth. I genuinely think, yeah, if we don't do it this year, as in any trophy, but I'm kind of focusing on the Prem. If we don't do it this year, I don't think we ever will. I genuinely now somebody's cursed us. Like somebody's cursed us, and I don't know where to turn, what to do, what to say. Like, I know it's October, but fam, come on now, Arsenal, man. Like seriously.
I think, yeah, it has to be this season. It has to be, man. It really has to be, and that's why, as much as I love what I'm seeing, look, if you told me we'll be 4 to 5 points behind Liverpool, and it's February 2026, I wouldn't mind that. Because the aim
for that now.
The aim of the game stays just even if there's a team that's doing well, just stay as close as possible to them. Because once that crunch period happens, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
But do you have confidence that we'll do it in the crunch time then? Because we've seen City do it. I know we kind of did it 1 year, but we didn't. But you get what I mean. Do you have like when it's on, and not just for the players, the gaffer as well? Like,
bro, I have to. I'm putting all my eggs in that basket. These guys, they're gonna do it. I have to. It has to be this season. They must.
It does feel like the stars are aligning. I'm not gonna cap.
No, they are. They are. It's stars are aligning, but also at the same time, not to get all philosophical, but this is what happens when you lose, man. Like you have two responses in life when you lose. You get better or you get bitter, right?
Facts.
You get better, you get bitter. And the thing I see about these guys is they're hungry, man. These are guys that are like, bro, man, like that Newcastle game for me. Wow, you just had these guys say we are sick and tired of all of this, of losing exactly the same way. We're gonna do something. They made it happen. So, boy, I think they're gonna do it this year. I think they're gonna do it, man. I really do.
If they don't do it, Arteta, I want you to be a success, and I still don't think you're gonna get sacked. But I don't know what to tell you. I can't defend you, Arteta, man. You're a good coach. None of that will go away. But in terms of being a winner, because some of these players need to go down in history. I'm being a bit silly, obviously, but in terms of Arsenal folklore, Rob Holding's held in high regards. You mentioned Rob Holding, FA Cup. I need my Saliba with that moment. I need my Gabriel because he's actually won something, bro. And big up Mertesacker. You're not in the same realm as Rob Holding, but you get it. And you look at some of these individual players, some of the in fact, as a collective, bro, if you lot don't go in history, if next season, you know, when you go to the Emirates and they got the title thing, if there's not something 2026 or things 2026, something's wrong, bro. And we're gonna have to try something else. And of course, if we got 99 points and Liverpool got 100 and there's all the context things, I'm more than happy. And I'm sure you're the same. We'll discuss tactics and what could have went wrong and this, that, and the other. But then I am of this belief now, I'm getting there, like, it's bottom line. Even if it's harsh, it's like we've done the same things with the same guy. We might have to change course. And I think that's a fair conversation. Hopefully it don't get there. It feels like it's not going to be that, but boy.
It is. The thing is, as I was saying on ATV, there's a difference between wanting Arteta to win the title with Arsenal, with the squad he's built, and him actually being able to do it. Those are two different things. I want him to do it.
Right.
Do I believe right now he's the guy? I do not. So, and I said that, and I'm not gonna change tack because I see the team doing well, right? It's Arteta. It's on him. He's got the squad now. So I want to see, are you going to be able to make the changes, use the squad and utilize it in the best way? Are you going to be able to get the optimal performance out of one of the best squads in Europe? It's on you. So that's why I said, bro, you will have my support. I've given you my support for the past 5-6 years, right? And every time you've made decisions that have cost the team. So you know what?
I disagree with that.
this season, bro, you now need to win something. You ain't gonna get that support like that. Win something, then you got my support.
Right.
And
That's where I'm at. Like, Gaffer, please. I like, you fixed up the club, good tactically. The list of managers that you've given bad days out is great. You're not, I do think people are dishonest. Like, there is a realm where clearly Arteta is a good manager. If you're asking him to win the league and things, clearly Donny's a good manager. You just need him to get over the line. The thing is now, are you a winning manager? We're a good team. You're a good manager. Are you going to become a great manager and a great team going down in folklore? Obviously, even if we win the Premier League, yeah, this isn't going to be held in like to the Invincibles and all them kind of man there. But you need to get into that realm. That needs to be something. You could go down. If you win a Champions League or a Premier League or the first one of the Emirates era, you're a legend for this football club. You're not Wenger for me, but some people have those conversations. But this is a relevant thing. My thing is, if you sack Mikel, who do you get? Honestly, bro, I don't know. And that's not necessarily an invalid question, but you have to try something. It's like being in a relationship with a woman. If you're not happy in that relationship, are you not going to leave? Or because you don't know if you're going to find the love of your life, you're going to take that risk. Remember, Arteta didn't. I know Arteta coached in our academy and done his coaching badges and was Pep, but he weren't at no club. So if we can have that common sense to go find someone, things have to happen. Rashid, give up on this Zidane thing, man. Come on, Mancini's not helping us. Rashid, man. I hear it. I want Enrique.
He needs maybe. I want to give him maybe 2 more years at Como. I reckon he's going to end up managing Arsenal, in my opinion. I could be wrong.
You never know. He could be a Chelsea manager.
He's doing well at Como. I just give him 2 more seasons. I want to see him fail. I want to see him do terrible. That will tell me what I got. But yeah, man. I mean, I want Arteta to win it. I think he's good. But we got to stop acting like he's the only manager in world football for Arsenal. He's not.
This is what I'm saying. And you're a bloody good manager. He's not. But I want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Respectfully to him, yeah, I don't really care if you don't win. I think for what it's worth, whether Arteta gets us over the line or he gets sacked and all that, I actually think he's a good manager. He's shown that. I think he's going to have a great career, win things, do things, all these things. I don't care if you don't do, unless you do it at Arsenal. I don't care, bro. Like, you need to do it here. And I don't want all of this to be in vain. I don't want you, when it's all said and done, to learn all the positives and the negatives. You go to another team where you're in scenarios like this and you think back to experiences and then you try things different. And obviously, you're in a different reality, man. It is what it is. But Rashid, we're with you with that. You're getting 16 million a year. You've spent bare money.
Bro, one of the highest paid managers in world football.
Yeah.
One of the highest paid managers in world football.
So we need you to do this thing.
You get paid more than Simeone. I know. I think Simeone gets paid more than him, but just more. But what's Simeone won? He's won 2 league titles for Atletico.
And he's done the underdog
Europa leagues. And he's reached a Champions League final twice.
He's done the underdog thing in Spain, which is... Are we really underdogs now? But it has been. We've been trying to fight Liverpool, the one team that has pipped City to a title or 2. City have been the juggernauts. He's done that. I need you to do that because, again, yes, the statistics, these things that you're doing are absolutely amazing, but it's over the line business. One love for the raid rants as well. Appreciate you. Some people have been commenting on this, T, and it's quite good, actually, that we're live, coincidentally. What are you saying for this? Arsenal reach agreement with Max Dowman to sign scholarship terms. And he'll sign a pro when he turns 17. Was you ever worried he's going to leave and all that?
I was never worried he was leaving.
Best talent in the country, he is.
Yeah, this guy. He's the English. From what people are saying, boy, like, not my words, Mosquera's word, saying he's not seen this level of talent in a player this young since Lamine.
I don't want to put pressure on Donny, but...
No, but bro, every time I've watched this guy is sick. Like,
he wins penalties as well, which at Arsenal is difficult.
Bro,
madness.
This guy,
short and sweet for me. This is amazing news to hear from David.
This is phenomenal news because it's a good thing. This is phenomenal news because, boy, if we're looking at someone to an heir apparent to that right wing spot for Saka, this guy right here. But apparently he's a 10. He's not even a right winger.
I think he will end up as a 10 or an 8. But like, bro, you're 15. Bro, you're young, man. You can do all of that. Just play out wide. I do like his dribbling. I'll go a step further. Yeah, I actually think it's Saka, Madueke, and then Max Dowman. Obviously, Martinelli, Trossard, all of these guys, in the reality of playing in must-win games, they'll probably all be moved across. But I think that's where he is in the pecking order for right wing.
I think so as well. And it's only because he's 15 that Arteta's not playing anymore. I think if he was at 18, 19, he'll get more games. 100%. Because the guy's good. He comes on and he has more of an effect in terms of the way the team plays, getting them going, than the likes of Trossard or Martinelli. That's no shade on them. Obviously, they contribute the goals there, but I'm talking about what he does, chance creation, penalties, all of these sorts of things, pulling players out of position. Like, the guy is such a great player already.
I'll be honest to you. Yeah. There's like, obviously he wants to be a footballer, but I think every so often there's footballers. I think some people tried to be footballers, and I think some people, God just said, "Yo, your thing is football, innit?" I'm not comparing him to them, but I think Messi, God just said, "You're gonna be a baller." Yao Mao, you're gonna be a baller. I actually think Jack Wilshere. There's many that came through Paul Scholes at Man United. I think Max Dowman as well. I think he's one of those. But as difficult it is not to get excited about him, we just need to calm down, man. What do you make of this? Yeah, big up one of my members, Jay. You know I got love for you. Me and you agree a lot on stuff with Mikel Arteta, but sometimes I think you're a bit of a Mikel Arteta apologist. Now, me and you spoke to about the injuries last season and all of that, and he said that makes no sense. Why judge him on decisions made with a depleted squad? Even with last year's nonsense, he did fairly well with the squad. He must do well.
I'm not judging him I'm not judging him on decisions made with a depleted squad. I'm judging him on decisions made since Arsenal were competitive to win the title. I'm judging him based on the fact that in 22-23 season, that league could have been won if we made the right sign, or if we went for the right type of players in January. I don't know whether it's him or whether the club. We went for Mudryk, then we did this weird 70 million bid for Caicedo. Okay, cool, fair enough. City pipped us, great. Then the season after, you decided to get Havertz. You did. Now, he was a big part of our renaissance, right? Fair enough. But let's stop acting as if that was his master plan to pay Havertz. Up top,
it midfield nightmares, man.
Nightmares. And the thing is, what's crazy is that, like, within 3-4 games, everyone could tell you, yo, he's not good in midfield.
It's not it, man.
So what did our manager do?
Rice, really, because he had too many partners in midfield, if I'm honest.
Yeah. What did our manager do? He kept doing it. And then when he decided to be humble and be like, okay, cool, let me just put this guy up top, the team started playing better. And then when we actually work our way into a head of steam and get us in a good position, man wants to tweak it again because he thinks he's smarter than everyone. Then we lose.
That's his biggest problem sometimes. That's why so far, Arteta, I think you know, it's not really actually, because again, you could have done things I wanted you to do differently and we could have still lost. But I think Liverpool, that game was on you. I think that was on you. Cool. Yeah, you're not the one playing, but I think Liverpool away, that was on you. I think the fact that we drew against City and actually had to come back from behind, I think that was on you. I feel from the Newcastle point to now, you're learning now. And I need you to learn.
He's learned.
Pardon?
I actually see that he's learned. He's learned his lesson, because the way he set up against Newcastle, Fulham, it was a bit different. It's just, and with me, I think with him, he can be kind of stubborn. So it's just so, in response to that super chat, it's not just decisions, it's just who he is in general. He makes a lot of, I can't lie, he's a very good manager. He's a very, very good manager.
Just need to be a winning one now.
He just needs to win stuff. But I think, I don't mind you tweaking and overthinking and doing all this sort of stuff. I don't mind that if you win something.
That's my thing. You're paid to overthink, but win me a trophy, bro.
Yeah, 4 years you don't have a right to not do what is very simple and obvious to get the team playing better, because you have just this new style in your head that you want us to do, and then not win something from it. No, you can't do that. You don't get to do
especially because you got us in this convo. The rebuild thing, great, but from whatever year it was to now, we've been here with trophies, and I think it's a shame. Cool. I know we can't win it all. Disclaimer, I know I'm not saying Arsenal, and neither is T saying we're going to win everything. We've got no divine right. But you can't forget this year for a sec. The last 3 years, even the most biggest of Arteta apologists, yeah, and them things there, you can't say it's not an utter shame that we didn't maybe win a Champs, a Prem, a League Cup, an FA Cup, or a couple of those. You can't say that, because the managers and the players say the same thing. And no matter what, and there is context and injuries and these kind of caveats, to some degree, winners win and losers explain. And I think I don't want to hear explaining in May, unless we're explaining how, you know, Gyökeres got bare goals and we came back from behind and we won. That we just need to win. We just need to win. Ideally, the Prem and the Champs. FA Cup and League Cup, you might say face. That is not going to cure the hunger of some fans. And if you really rate Arteta like some of you do, I genuinely think that's a fair thing to say to you, because surely people can't sit here and waffle about how good we are defensively, more points than the Invincibles. You know, every year there's these crazy stats. He's clearly a good tactician. Get over the line now, bro. It's fair. Why? I wouldn't ask that if I didn't think he was good enough. It wasn't good enough, personally.
I agree. I fully agree. We're this, we're that. We got this, we got that. Okay, cool. If we got all of this stuff, why aren't we winning?
See what I'm saying?
Why aren't we winning? So you can't say, oh, we're this, and then say, oh, he's amazing. But then when we don't win, oh, it's not his fault. What?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It
doesn't. What are you saying for this? Question, Tosin. Are you a half glass empty or half glass full guy with our club right now? Positivity and support is always better. But at the end of the day, everyone just has deep love for the Arsenal.
I would agree. Positivity and support is always better. But at the same time, positivity without truth is delusion.
Because you're hiding from reality, innit?
Yeah, positive. Like, I'm all for being positive. I'm all for looking at and it's true, we should be positive. But at the same time, if there's true stuff about the team that has to be addressed, even though it's negative, why am I going to lie to myself for the sake of being positive? I'm not going to do that.
Because it's hard in life to face reality, man. It's hard in life to face reality.
That's just delusion. And which is what a lot of times I've fallen into, and a lot of for the sake of being positive. Like, no, this it's like let's be honest. I remember when I was positive the season we were fighting for Champions League. We saw all these injuries. I'm like, yeah, we can go Newcastle, we can go Spurs. If in hindsight, I think, wait, no, bro.
Like, that year was dark.
You've got,
especially what we got slapped against Newcastle away, Spurs away. That was not that.
You've got Rob Holding going to White Hart Lane, where the atmosphere is going to be hot with Harry Kane, and
they signed players. We didn't that January, I want to say.
Exactly, and they signed players, and those players helped them. We sold Aubameyang. Do you know how many times I gave myself copium? Oh yeah, it's fine. Aubameyang was a bad egg. The team is fine. No Oswald, no Aubameyang. It's cool. No, it wasn't cool. We missed creativity. We missed a potent striker. Eddie was playing like it was a mess. It was absolutely a mess. So yeah, like I'm not gonna be positive about that. We bottled it. That's why the next season we were on smoke, and then we were going for the title. We had the opportunity to, but we didn't really maximize it in the January window. And then look what happened. So yeah, I mean,
and then last season was just a shit show. Let's be honest, whether we finished.
Last season was unlucky with the injuries, but still at the same time, there was still loads of criticism I had of Arteta because it's
only got luxuries for the players last year. Everyone else has to hold smoke, including the gaffer.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true because players or not, where we had a fully fit squad, where we had a injured squad, we were still playing the exact same side-to-side recycle football, and it didn't help. Our best football, lo and behold, when we went differently in games against Real Madrid and whatnot, look what happens. We smash them. So,
and that's my thing. We get up for those games, and I'm not going to say we don't get up for the other games. And we're showing street smartness. I'm not asking us to blitz sides, but Olympiacos just dealt with it, keep it moving. West Ham just keep it moving. I know you can't. The atmosphere is not going to be buzzing, and players are scoring 1 million goals, contrary to popular belief, every week, but it's them kind of things that so far are being eradicated, but I need it to happen. Jay, you've also said something that I disagree with. That's not fair. We can't dictate what he does because it doesn't fit what the fans wanted. There will be several points of failure before success. You are right, but that's why he's the gaffer. Nobody was screaming by a keeper when we got right. It worked. When you get things wrong, Els. When you get things right, we praise you. Exactly. And there has been several points of failure. Now, just bring the thing home, bro, because you've got it. You've got the squad. You're a good gaffer. We're tired now, man. Like, I don't know. I don't want it to be dark in makers, bro. I don't know where I'm going with it. I don't know to the point where I only believe we'll win because you're actually doing that with my eyes. Like, madness. Is where it is, man. My last question for you before I let you get out of here, my boy. Quick prediction for Crystal Palace. I'm going with 2-1. Nervy one, though, man.
Tough game.
Nasty game. Eze to bag.
I can back that. Eze to bag. I'm gonna go on. Oh, they're a tough team to play. You know what? I'm gonna go 2-0.
Do you know what? Yours is probably more realistic than mine because we have been keeping clean sheets, isn't it?
Straightforward. I think we're gonna see that scoreline a lot this season. Them 2-0s, them and long may that continue.
Long may it continue. And to be fair, but as long as we get 3 points, I don't care how we do it. Like, I don't care how we do. Of course, I want a clean sheet, but just run me this Premier League, man, or some trophies, man. because I want to run some nasty agendas. For years, our club people have said nasty things about us. They hate us anyways. They say we talk too much anyways. If they dare to give us a reason, I can't be held accountable. I'm quite a religious lad. God have mercy on my enemies, because I sure as well won't. But until then, we're gonna keep it quiet. Hey, proper last question. Bring up John Long. What a name. Yo, Tosin, I've got to ask, have you and Tobes had any proper fights over Arsenal versus Spuds?
Yeah, when we were younger, like a crazy one. If anything, that's what this whole football content stuff, we actually started doing it like in its infancy. When was this? This was, it must have been like over 10 years ago. Probably like maybe 9 to 10 years ago. And it all started because of a massive fight on the Derby day. You know how my brother is. He's much worse in person, especially like literally, I think it was the game at the Emirates, 1-1. What season was it? It was the season where, what season? I think it must have been 2015, 2016 season. The season where Leicester won the league. Spurs, when we drew 1-1 with Spurs at our ground. Kane scored first and he was going mad. He was literally screaming in my face. So obviously, and this was one of those rare games where we both don't have the opportunity, because back those times we both were season ticket holders, right? Well, we still are, but I sell mine each season. I don't know. I literally live in
Rent it
Oxford.
out, essentially.
It's difficult, but I don't want to lose it. So, but that time was a rare occasion where the two teams were playing and none of us had the ticket. So I was just at home.
Damn.
And he was just at home. We were watching it, and this guy was going ballistic, screaming at me. I was in my funny enough, don't ask me why. I was in my dressing gown. Like, I was in the dressing gown. It's just under it was just boxes. And this guy was screaming at me, and I'm like, "Come on, Arsenal!" I'm like, and I'm so angry. What's Arsenal doing? And then I think we got a goal via an own goal or something. I think Gibbs deflected shot, own goal. It was
at that point. You don't even care.
I didn't care. I went mad. I was screaming at him, saying, "Yeah, we're gonna win now." We obviously didn't win. I threw off the robe. It was just me there in boxes, and my friend recorded everything. We put it on Insta, bro. It went viral, man. It was on I'm Just Bait.
Fucking hell,
bro. I can't find the clip. I don't know, but
how have you not lost that? Surely your brother can, man. You lot shouldn't have lost that. Man.
I don't know.
Have a channel where you're together.
Someone's got it. I just don't know where it is. But that's those are my before BC, my before Christian days. Anyway, I went mad. Like, I went absolutely mad. So I still got the madness in me, but just
you're just a lot more calm.
I can't, just not in a sinful way, innit? So yeah, so
you don't need to make content.
We've had many fights. We've had many physical fights about it.
You lot are missing out on a gold man. Twin brothers.
Tell him, man. I've been telling. Well, obviously we're starting this we're meant to do this Bad Blood channel, but it's on him, man. Obviously he's always traveling for work.
So, yeah, you lot spam his things. Get onto him, man. Do you know how much stuff you lot have missed? Like the Xavi Simmons, Eze got finesse. Oh no, man, you lot can't miss out on any more of these gold mines, man.
So many, man. So many.
Okay, no, man. Tosin, it's always a pleasure having you here, man. We're gonna do this again. Let people know they can find you, though.
Yeah, guys, find me on AFC Tosin. I'm now over 3K subs. I'm trying to get to 10 by the end of the year. I believe I can.
Come on, people, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's in the title as well. Don't be lazy, man. Don't be lazy, because there's a lot of idiots out there that just scream and shout. You got a man that articulates himself here. Bring him in there, man. Bring him in. You must get so many comments about, oh, Tobes is an Arsenal fan. Tobes is an Arsenal fan. Tobes is an Arsenal fan. Even go and spam that, because it helps with engagement. It gets it out there, people.
Yeah. Sometimes it's interesting because it's obviously like in my church. So in my church, I'm one of the let's say unpaid ministers in my church, right? And so because our church is like, we're talking like around 400, and so everyone knows me. So now when they're out, I saw you. My brother used to get this for years. Tosin. He's like, no, I'm not Tosin.
Like, no, it's actually his twin brother.
I'm not Tosin. Says it rude. So but at the same time, I have it as well, saying, so people clock me for AFTV, but also people clock me saying Tobes. I'm like, nah, I'm not Tobes. Oh, you're his brother, the Arsenal fan. I'm like, yeah. So it happens. I get a bit of both. Probably,
that's why you man need
probably
your
like, I'll say it's 50-50.
Oh, listen, oh man. Do you know what? That I need to see that video, man. That sounds like madness, man. But we're gonna do some digging, man.
Sure
Big up
someone,
everyone who has
sure
subscribed
someone on
as
the
well.
net will find it, man. I'm sure
Yeah,
someone
one
on
of
the
you
net
lot
will
find
it.
it, man. You lot
Yeah.
find that, man.
I don't know
Find
where
that,
it
man.
is. I
That
want it
needs
to
to
stay
go on
buried.
their group channel, man.
I want it to stay buried in it. That was not a glorious moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds bad. But yeah, people, man. Big up T for being here. Make sure you're
Cheers, bro.
subscribing as the mods are posting. Go and do that. If you're too lazy to look at the chat, then the good thing is it's actually in the title of this video. So go and do that. Again, Tosin, it's been a pleasure. But
Thanks,
you lot
bro.
in the chat are the real MVPs in it. Without you lot commenting, engaging, it's all dead in it. So yeah, man, we're gonna love and leave you lot. We'll get this going again, people. Football Manager is coming out at 8 p.m. So yeah, man. T, enjoy your day, evening, whatever.
Okay, guys. Thanks,
We're
bro.
out. One love. Like